So I just want to do a quick update video about the train derailments I made the previous video on. They're all cleaned up now. It's been like a month and a half since the last one, which took them about a month to clear out. But what I thought was interesting and kind of cool was I didn't show it in that video, but I took a walk. I'll show a picture now. When I was walking down the train tracks, I took video and pictures of all the railroad spikes. That a lot of them, like 80 to 90% of them, for like the whole, I think it was like a couple mile section that I walked, like almost all the spikes were super loose or missing. Most of them were there, they were just loose, so much so that I could just pick them up. And it sounds bad and looks bad, especially if you don't know anything about railroads. But especially since that's a low-speed section of track, I guess it's not actually that bad. I talked to some people who work for the railroad because I was curious. I was like, is that why we're having trains derail every week? Because freaking the tracks aren't being held down or nailed down or whatever. But as long as the spikes are there, they stop. Hi, dude, you're just going to run into me. Jeez. I could have just touched his headlight with my hand. Wow. Anyways, as long as the spikes are in the ties, it holds the tracks from sliding around. The plates that are clipping them down, it holds them from sliding back and forth. So, but I wasn't sure, and I sent that picture that I just showed you. I sent it to the federal, I don't know what they're called, the federal like railroad safety and compliance people or whatever. And they actually did an investigation. And I just got they kept me informed throughout the process and stuff, and it was kind of cool. Like, they called me and were like, hey, thanks for your input. We're launching an investigation through the Department of Transportation in Washington, and they're gonna hit me again, dude. Stay away. So anyways, yeah, so they did this big investigation thing, and it took them like 3 weeks, and they just told me, the car's behind me, are they gonna run into me? Seriously, am I invisible? Okay, they didn't hit me. I better hurry up. That car's right behind me. They're going to run me over. Anyways, so it was kind of cool. They did an investigation. It took them like 3 weeks, and they just finished, and some dude from the federal whatever called me and said the spikes were in compliance, which I found out later after I talked to some people who work for the railroad. Especially since the low-speed track's not that big of a deal. But they did find some other things during their investigation that were of concern. So, he didn't say what. Probably minor stuff, I'm guessing. I don't know. But it was kind of cool that they did that. Hopefully there won't be any more trains derailing anytime soon. Until next winter. I guess they figured it was because we had such a wet winter this year, and the ground was soft. So maybe next year, who knows. It's summer now. There hasn't been one in like a month and a half. Oh yeah, I thought of one other thing. I went back by the train. This dude's going so slow. I went back by the train, and before they had cleaned it up, and the wind had blown the grain everywhere. Like, seriously everywhere. It looked like it freaking snowed out there. It was really cool. So I guess I'll include that video now, and then just end the video. Wow, it's so dusty. It looks like it freaking snowed out here. Look at the ground and everything. Snow everywhere. It's 70 degrees and snow. Wow. Look at the ground. The trees and everything. Covered in this stuff. Well, I guess the train's still here. It's like, looks like the grain's just been blowing. Man, all these trees, they're all white for like 100 feet. That's crazy.